What's up, boys and girls? Mom Vernon Kid here, back again. How's everybody doing on their end? Don't mind behind me. I was just kicking it, watching a little bit of Blasphemous HD. It always knows how to make me laugh, either him or Dashy, things like that. But yeah, man. So today we're gonna deal with the books. Uh, you're gonna hear my thoughts on the books that came out for the week of February, of the 15th, I believe. Yeah, 15th. Yeah, I believe the 15th or the 18th. Make sure. Uh, sorry about that. Um, yeah, the 15th. If you haven't noticed, guys, I haven't been behind on my reviews. I've just decided to do a little experiment, just reading everything and then just uploading from there. There should be some uploads already up there over the course. Have By the time this video gets up, I'm already caught up on everything or so. So don't feel alarmed about this. But yeah, books for February the 15th. Here they go. We're gonna do this as always. We're gonna go Marvel, Independent, and end with DC. Just give my quick little thoughts on them, and then see what you guys thought. Okay, so let's start this off with Captain America, Sam Wilson. Sorry about the glare. This is issue number 19. Nick Spencer and Uzenta does the artwork. Okay, this is still continuing the trial of Rage. Elvin Holiday. Um, he is being accused of a crime he didn't commit. Uh, and Sam is doing all that is in his power to help Rage find the true person. What happened is Rage saw a crime being committed. He intervened. However, the private cops known as the AmeriCops assaulted him and beat him down. Very political this issue is, and takes a lot of stuff that's kind of going on lately. Uh, and it doesn't make the fact that Rage is African American. But Rage tells Sam that there was a speedster. Now, there aren't a lot of villain speedsters in the Marvel Universe, but we know which one it is. Sam tracks down that said speedster. That speedster is none other than Speed Demon. Um, Unfortunately, the verdict comes out, and it's let's be honest, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And even after Sam found all the information, the evidence that Elvin Rage is innocent. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Daredevil, number 17. I feel like this should be number 600 or something. I'm trying to remember. Really wish they go back to the original numbering. But anyway, so this is continuing. This is now the the arc where basically Daredevil Matt explains how he was able to get back to being Daredevil by night and Matt Murdock by day, get his identity back under wraps. And this was really good. You can see that the fame and fortune that Matt has, it weighed a lot on him. In my opinion, um, I feel Matt didn't really want that, for his identity to come out that he's Daredevil. He's done that. It's been done before. Um, but seeing him just go through the trials and tribulations of trying to be Daredevil, people seeing him and like, that's Matt Murdock, that's Matt Murdock, you know what I'm saying? And you see the people that he goes to try to change that. He goes to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange says, no, hell no, nope, not doing that. he goes to Damien Hellstrom. Hellstrom even says, "I know a guy that could help," and he says, "I'm not going to Mephisto." Thank you. He goes to Emma, the bitch, and she twists it. But the one that kicked off that gave me the instant like, whoa. He went to the Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad himself. And Norrin even said, "I feel your pain, I understand it, but I will not wield the power cosmic in that way." Yeah. And then that ending, oh my God. Okay, let's move on. Doctor Strange number 17. All right, so this issue deals with Strange trying to track down the creature that is composed of all his misery, called Mr. Misery. And Mr. Misery has Wong and is using Wong and things like that. And it's really sad to see that. The artwork in this was not that good, in my opinion. But the writing, of course, Mr. Aaron's still does a bang up job with this. But it's a quest now for Strange to get his friend, his brother, Wong, back from the clutches of Mr. Misery. Gamora, number 3. Perlman and Chichello still do the artwork on here. And in this issue, she's still tracking down those responsible for her people's death. She found out that the Chitauri has a royal bloodline on a barren wasteland. We find this person, and Gamora doesn't even realize she even saved her because she's a half breed. She's part Chitauri and something else. Make sure. Um, I don't, but she's only half. I mean, what did I say? Chitauri? I mean, Badoon. Excuse me, Badoon. But her name is Lit. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, man, this was pretty good. I've been enjoying Gomorrah. Um, I've read the other previous issues, and yeah, it gets really interesting later on. Wait till I put those up. Those are being edited while as I speak or so. Invincible Iron Man number 4. This should be in the 600s or 700s as well. Invincible Iron Man been going on for a while. Anyway, don't mind me. Bendis and Castillo do the artwork here. So I'm really enjoying Riri. I'm really enjoying Riri Williams' Ironheart. And in this issue, she and Pepper Potts, aka Rescue, are basically up Shit's Creek without a paddle. They are without their armors, and they're battling ninjas. Pepper showcases she's here and she's asking Riri, "Do you know how to fight?" And Riri's like, "I don't know," you know. And Pepper holds her own for a while, you know. The ninjas are associated with the individuals that Tony uh, dealt with in the past few issues. She's an inhuman that can take over technology. It was crazy. Um, but there's things that Riri does in here is pretty cool. You know, how she's able to hack into some of the tech and things like that. She they're on top of an apartment complex, and she goes inside to an apartment. She sees a kid, and she's like, "Oh, hey, can I use your computer real quick?" And the kid's like, "Wait, no, wait," because he's watching porn. And she's like, "Oh my God!" Like, and he's like, "That's not me." And then she's like, She's just interfacing with his computer. Remember, Riri is hella smart. She was able to reverse engineer one of Tony's old armors. You got to be pretty smart for that. Uh, anyway, bottom line is, yeah, Riri shows her stuff, and it's pretty good. Um, and you see what happens later on. There's something that happens later on. I'm not going to ruin that. Okay, Mighty Thor number 16. If you're wondering about the covers, yeah, they had these special like old classic Marvel covers for these, and I was like, oh, some of these look dope. Some of these look sweet. I'm buying some, and got classic Thor on the cover. Yeah, but anyway, this issue basically continues where the last issue left off, where we see what happened to Jane or Thor. She's taken to the Shi'ar homeworld or so, and she is in the presence of the Shi'ar gods. She is questioning why Gladiator and the rest of the Shi'ar attacked Asgard and everything like that. And the Shi'ar gods are pieces of shit. Let's be honest. They're dicks. Even when Gladiator tries to explain himself, they take Gladiator and dump him, and they're just like, nobody actually talk. You talk when you're spoken to, and you see Kid Gladiator, his son, trying to intervene, and Warbird is like, if you get up, we're all dead. It's like, oh my God, they're testing um Jane basically and trying to figure, seeing who's the better god. It's basically a dick measuring contest, and that's pretty much the basis of this. But I'll tell you one, these Shi'ar gods are pieces of shit. Spider-Man, this is Sitting in the Tree Part 3. Uh, of course, Sarah Pacelli does the artwork on it. Great to see Sarah Pacelli back alive on artwork. So Miles comes into contact with his father's, but a different version of his father, and it's not pretty. That's it. There you go. I'm just joking. Uh, let me make sure. Uh, I'm trying to make sure I get the names. Okay. We got the Ultimates 2, issue number 4. Once again, some of these covers are great. The Jusuko covers. Uh, Look at that Silver Surfer. Great stuff, right? Anyway, um, this right here is basically the Ultimates still trying to. They are now. They're not really supposed to be together anymore. There's a group created by, I believe, the CIA called the Troubleshooters are supposed to be that are monitoring them because of some of the stuff they've done in the past, like curing Galactus of his hunger, making him the life bringer, which he does not want to go back to being the devourer of worlds. That's growth. I like that. And it's a battle between the Ultimates and the Troubleshooters. And Troubleshooters been around for a while, and they are no pushovers, but it's that ending that really just like, no. U.S. Avengers number, what is this, number 3. So the team faces off against the Golden Skull, an enemy of Captain America, Danielle Cage, from her Earth or so. And he's an idiot. I'm gonna just put it like that. Gold Skull's an idiot. This does happen. He gets into a gold like armor made of solid gold, and he's an idiot because gold is probably one of the most softest metals, and the team just rips that armor apart. Case closed. Danielle Cage, Captain America, takes him back to her time, and she basically just tells them thank you for everything. I was hoping Danielle would be around for a little bit longer, but it's great to see her. You know, she gives Squirrel Girl a lot of thanks because Squirrel Girl was her babysitter for a while, and she even says it. She's like, I'll read it to you right here. Um, she says, Squirrel Girl says right here, she says, it's been an honor working with you, Cap. Anytime, Doreen. And she said, after all, you were the best babysitter I ever had. And she says, you remember. And she's like, you think I'd ever forget that? But she goes back to her own time. Uh, However, some things are left on the table that Roberto wanted to know. First of all, I want to thank uh, I want to thank Marvel for darkening uh, darkening Sunspot's skin because he's Afro Brazilian, and because they've been messing up with that. They've been fucking up with that, basically making him lighter and looking more white. He's Afro Brazilian. He's not white Brazilian or such and such. Uh, Darken him a little bit more, but thank you very very much for that. Um, I'm still gonna call him Sunspot. I'm not calling him uh, Citizen V. I'm not calling him that. All right, that's all the Marvel. Let's move on to the DC stuff. I mean, not to the indie stuff. This is Boom Studios and still Tom Taylor's The Deep. Uh, this is 2 of 6. I'm really digging this family. They do remind me of the Secret Saturdays. Remember that cartoon? They're biracial. Their mom is Asian. Their dad is black. So they're Blasians. I love that. But anyway, they're still searching for the trail of this sea monster that's been wrecking havoc and things like that. And does the family come close to finding it? Yeah. I love the mom, what she does to this reporter who's trying to get the story of the lifetime. And that shit was great. This has been really fun. The artwork that's done by James Brower, very good. Um, it's really good. But Tom Taylor does a good job with this. Uh, Tom Taylor can't let me down so far. Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, issue number 4. Basically, the team is battling Scarecrow. Yeah, remember this is Batman from the animated series and the Turtles from the current TV series come together, and this was just fun, a lot of fun indeed. Uh, Donnie still goo goo eyeing over Batgirl and things like that, but it's fun. It's fun. I'm still seeing a little bit of a biasness for Batman and not equal, but still fun. TMNT number 76. Oh my god, this was great. Agent Bishop, the fuck is wrong with this dude, man? This war between mutants and it's there's more to it. There's personal issues. In this, they start the war and they get a heavy hitter. As you can see here, they get Slash and they control him, and boy, they control him so much that he wrecks shit up against his friends. And I'm not even gonna ruin what he does, and even though this book has been out a while, or months or so, or whenever this vid goes up. But like I said, guys, I'm just giving my thoughts. Yeesh. Power Rangers number 12, Kyle Higgins. God damn it, Mr. Higgins. Why weren't you why couldn't you script the original series to this? This was great. Tommy and Billy are still in this alternate future, and they're with Saba, you know, White Ranger's sword, and he tells the story of what's going on and why in this future Tommy still bad. He still was working for Rita, and he does some ill crap in this. I'm not even gonna lie. But damn, this was good. Okay, move on to Titan Comics, and we move on to Doctor Who number three. This is number two, excuse me. This is the 10th Doctor Adventures, year three. Uh, the Doctor and his yes, the 10th Doctor. It's my favorite, Tennant. Basically, at the clutches of what the hell was those guys called again? Um, oh my God, what are they called? I'm forgetting the name of it, but the Doctor and his companions Gabby and Sydney are in this dream world being controlled, and they're trying to fight their way out of it and things like that. Uh, this felt like a story I've seen that has actually been in the Doctor Who television series. Uh, but it kind of ends badly because by the end of the issue, one of the Doctor's companions gets kidnapped. But it was fun. Uh, I love that cover too. It's good stuff. Okay, Grim Fairy Tales Apocalypse number 5 of 5. This is Pat Shant. I am friends with him on Facebook. Um, very good writing here, Mr. Shant. I enjoyed this very much. It's sad to see your final finale of writing Robin Hood. But this ends on a bit of a sad note for Robin and the rest of the team. Uh, very sad. Do they stop the apocalypse? Yes, but it comes at a major cost for a lot of her friends, um, including one person on this cover, but I won't ruin it, even if I won't ruin it. Generation Zero, number 7. This is Valiant. Fred Van Lynch still does a good job with this. This is starting to get really fun and weird at the same time. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't read it, but in this, the team is inside the mind of one of their own. It gets crazy, it gets trippy, it gets trippy, it gets crazy, trippy and crazy, trippy and crazy, trippy and crazy. I can make a song on that. On to DC. Let's do it. Aquaman, number 17. This is Warhead, part one of this Warhead. So this guy, Warhead, is able to has kind of the same abilities as Aquaman, and he is using it to in some really fucked up ways. Nope. Batman number 17. This is the I Am Bane story arc. David Finch does the artwork. Yeah, beautiful. Love David Finch's artwork. One of my favorite artists. Nice guy. Met him and met his wife, his lovely wife. Uh, she cracks up on my phone. She cracked up on my phone. My phone. She's like, it's so big. I met them both at last year's Comic Con. It was fun. But in this, Bruce is doing all he can to protect his family. He has Dick, Jason, and Damian locked up in the Fortress of Solitude. Asks Superman to watch them while, because he doesn't want them involved. Duke gets involved, however, ugh, and it comes back to, and that a lot of that stuff comes back to haunt Bruce. Yeah. Batwoman Rebirth. Uh, Tillian the Fourth and Marjorie Bennett, another lovely that I've met. That woman is fucking hot. I'm part of my French, but that woman is gorgeous in person. I'm not even gonna lie. You ever met Marjorie Bennett? Trust me when I tell you, I've met her. She is gorgeous. But and and Amazon too. But gorgeous. But this was gorgeous. This was great. I enjoyed this very much to see the coming of Batwoman once again. It was about time that Batwoman got back into the fray of her own series. She deserves it. I just I was collecting Batgirl when New 52 first started, and then Azarello just fucked it up, and I was done with that. Turning her into a vampire and bullshit like that. I'm like, that don't cut it with me. But this kept it straight to the roots, and I enjoyed it. Good writing, great artwork too. Stephen Epiden. Can't go wrong with that. Green Arrow, number 17, Percy, the Emerald Outlaw. This is the conclusion of this story arc. And, mm, mm, mm. This is the showdown between Ollie and Malcolm Merlin. And man, does Ollie go equalizer on Merlin? Merlin in last issue killed someone, an ally of Ollie's, and Ollie is out for blood. He's not fucking around. He is not fucking around with this. He's like, okay. So him and his sister Emmy are on the island, and they're waiting for him. Then you start seeing all the traps being set. Uh, what I will tell you is, at one point, Ollie has Malcolm Merlin at his mercy, and then, oh man, something goes down that just a 180 all of a sudden. Should I spoil it? One of Ollie's own allies kind of betrays him and saves Malcolm Merlin. Who? I won't ruin that for you. Green Lantern, Green Lantern, excuse me. This is Darkest Nights 7, Part 7. This was fun. Seeing who's got her Yellow Lantern ring. I, that was who writes this again? Hubert Humphrey. Beautiful for remembering that person, who it is. I will not ruin who it is, but you all should know. One of the biggest things for me I got out of this was some more character development between Simon Baz. I've never liked Simon Baz carrying a fucking gun. You're a Green Lantern, one of the most powerful weapons in that You just need to use your thoughts. And you're carrying a fucking gun. Why? In the last issue, Batman even questioned that. And in this issue, we see Simon gives up his sidearm. That was great. Um, I totally forgot one of the. I totally forgot one of the Marvel books. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah. Captain America. Uh, let's just get this out of the way real quick. Captain America. Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers. Nick Spencer. This is issue number 11. Basically, this is some more fuck shit. This is fuck shit. You know. And seeing how Steve got through Project Rebirth and everything like that, and what happened in this twisted memory of what happened to Dr. Erskine. And it's fuck shit seeing Steve hug this man right on the cover in current now. And that person hugging. That's fuck shit. All right, back to the Marvel. Back to the DC. Sorry about that. I totally forgot I had another cap. But anyway, Justice League number what is this? What number is this? What the fuck? What number is it? Oh, number 15. There you go. I knew it. Um, yeah. Team's in bad shape. Bruce asks Superman to come with him, stop something. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. Okay, Mama Panic. Mother Panic. Why do I keep saying Mama? Mother Panic. Issue number 3. Jodie Halster, Tom Lee Edwards. Uh, the one of the best things about it was seeing this fight actually go down. Batwoman versus her, Mama Panic. And now you're starting to see now the Bat family is starting to know about her because she is operating in Gotham, and of course you can't operate in Gotham without Bruce knowing what's going on and what's your motive and things like that. But it was good. I'm going out of order with some of these things. I know it. Whatever. I don't care. Nightwing number 15. Okay, this was fine. This was just Dick talking to all his friends, Wally, Starfire, Jason, including Babs, about his new relationship, and even Bruce with his new relationship. Yep. Harley Quinn number 14. First of all, Frank Cho cover. I love it. I love it. Um, what can I say? It was just a standard issue for me. I don't know. It just didn't feel so good. I was just like, yeah, the cover was good. He-Man and He-Man Thundercats 5 of 6. This was the little boy in me, that 5-year-old in me, when he's reading this, was just loving it. Two franchises that I've wanted to see for over 30 years come together. Two franchises that I grew up with. Seeing the Masters of the Universe and the Thundercats, especially Panthro and Man at Arms, going back and forth, banter, and building stuff together. Teela and Chitara, they're battling the ancient spirits of evil. And then that ending. We see Mumm-Ra and Skeletor together. And Mumm-Ra says those famous words, ancient spirits of evil, transform this. And what they I'm not even gonna ruin it. You know, fuck that. I'm gonna ruin it. Mumm-Tor. Skeletor and Mumm-Ra have merged together. This 80s geek was fucking happy. And trust me, when I read issue 6, Superman number 17, this was fun. Basically, this is all about Jonathan helping out the little girl, next door neighbor, little girl that knows kind of his secret. This was fun. Tomasi, Gleason, y'all do a good job with this. This was fun. A lot of fun. The Adventures of Superboy or Jonathan. This was fun. Yep. Okay. Trinity. Of course, Francis Manipool. This is number 6. And they're still dealing with Poison Ivy and her quest to try to get her children back and things like that. One of her children does come back and says some very unique things, especially for a plant. And it's some crazy stuff that even Poison Ivy has to realize he's right. It's right. But it was good. All right, y'all. And we're going to end this with Warren Ellis, John Davis Hunt. We're talking The Wildstorm. Number 1. You guys know me. I'm a Wildstorm fan. Wildcats, people like that. Uh, this was very interesting to see the them bring more Mr. Ellis bring back a lot of these famous Wildstorm characters, but in a different incarnation and things like that. It was great to see Zelek, and she's a lot different in this than her older counterpart. It does take place in New York City. We get to see Void, we got to see Wetwork, and all these different other characters. This was good. Wasn't fuck shit. It was good. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My thoughts on the books that came out for February 15th. More to come. Very, very, very. But by the time this video goes up, I'm editing a serving of 5 more vids. Like I said, uh, it's not that I'm married or trying to catch up, guys. I'm just putting out content no matter what. Uh, but other than that, this is my friend Kid. Peace, one love. Stay tuned. Keep it real. If you have any questions about why am I doing this, I will gladly I will gladly answer it once again. But other than that, I am out of